When we slow down our brain waves and we slow down our thinking and we slow down our thoughts, we actually are way more powerful and way more creative, and we will get a lot more guidance than if we're in that thinking brain. And so that thinking brain keeps us stuck a lot of times because we loop round and round and we try to figure out, it's almost like we're wrestling with our world. And really, truly, God has it all taken care of. And if we can rest into it and slow down our brainwaves to the delta, to the theta, or even the gamma brainwave states, we are more receptive to so many things. We're more receptive to healing. We're more receptive to intuition. We're more receptive to creativity and new thoughts. Things flow to us easier. Things come in an aha moment. And that's by slowing down our brain, not by ramping it up. So how do we get there? And how does that transpire in moving you forward in life? So how you get there is by, be conscious of your thoughts. Breathe slowly. Have a mantra in your head. This too shall pass. Everything will work out for my highest good and the highest good of those around me. I'm going to breathe in love. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to allow for guidance from God. I'm going to allow my intuition to kick in. And the more that we catch ourselves wrestling with the thoughts that keep us stuck and actually can cause physical and emotional pain, can we go and we switch to the quantum field? We switch to where God has it all taken care of. And so I was working with a client the other day, and it was all this hip and knee pain just shooting down the side of her leg. And she did not know why. There was nothing physical that happened. It just came about a month ago. And so she's been dealing with this for about a month. So obviously we talked about this possibly is has an emotional component to it. And it's possibly started by some thought that you're resisting. So we listened to the body and we found out the very thing that was causing all this stuck pain. And the tears came and the emotions came, and more compassion for how she was feeling, and also putting her hand on her heart and just saying it's okay to feel confused. It's okay not to know which way to go in life. It's okay to feel scared and fearful. And so she did that for a while. And so she actually calmed herself down and got out of that thinking brain. That brain was trying to figure out, what if this happens, and what am I going to do, and how's my life going to look, and I don't know how to go forward if this whole situation happens the way I think it might happen, and how I'm feeling, and those thoughts start ramping up. And then when we don't allow ourselves to have a voice, or we don't allow ourselves to feel how we feel because we shame ourselves, or we think, no, that's too scary, I can't even think that. And we shove it down in our body and it causes pain. So with this particular client, and I talk about this all the time, put your hand on your heart and let's kind of walk through this. Let's slow our breath down. Let's slow that thinking brain down. So I did some guided meditations with her. I did some deep breathing. And as we were stretching that body part that was so painful, I said, now breathe in healing for yourself and breathe out those fearful thoughts. Breathe in compassion for yourself and see all the confusion leaving you. Breathe in love for yourself and trust that you are being guided. So every time we use the breath and our intention, and we just kept releasing. I was releasing her physically, moving the leg around, releasing the tissue, releasing the stuck emotion in the tissue. She was using her intention and her breath to move that energy out and to give herself space to feel. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be scared. Okay? We don't want to shove those feelings down. Our emotions matter. Our feelings matter. We have a voice. We can choose which way we want to go in life. We don't have to feel stuck. And a lot of times when people think themselves into a place where they feel stuck and they have to stay in a job that they don't like, or they have to stay in a relationship that they don't like, or they have to stay in a thought that they don't like, that keeps us stuck. And that very stuck feeling gets stuck in our bodies. I mean, it happens to all of us. I mean, this actual topic that I'm talking about could be almost every single person that comes in my office and all of us, right? So in order to keep the pain from getting stuck in our bodies, and in order to empower us to have a voice and to be okay with feeling, no feeling is right or wrong. Absolutely no feeling is right or wrong. We want to honor our feelings. We don't want to write a story to it. We don't really know how things are going to end up. So if we write a story of doom and gloom, guess what? We're going to get doom and gloom. If we just feel our feelings of fear, hurt, scared, and sadness, and then we just feel it and honor it and then release it, can we truly take that moment and start writing the future that we want? I mean, what do you want? So I asked her, what do you want? Do you want this very thing that you're scared of? And she said, no. And I said, okay, so what do you want? She goes, well, I want this. I go, okay, then let's start to think of that. And I want this to happen. I want this to happen. I want this to unfold. And it was so empowering. And it wasn't until afterwards that she said, I didn't realize how much I was struggling and not allowing myself to feel these feelings of emotion. And she goes, now I realize I can feel anything I want to feel. I don't want to be stuck in writing a doom and gloom. So another really cool thing we did, and it was so powerful, was I said, picture that as I move your body, you're going to just rest into it. You're going to relax your brain. You're going to relax your thoughts. You're just going to think of the here and now. You're going to think of the breath, the music I have on, and even the sensation of the stretch. And every move I make, just be heavy in my hands. And I'm going to move you and I'm going to direct you. And the more that you relax, and the more that you allow me to move you, the more your body's going to release the tension in the body and the stuck emotions going to come out of your tissue. You're going to connect with your mind body and you're going to start to feel how it feels to relax and release. And you're going to, every breath and every time you relax, you're getting guided in a better place that is going to actually make your life better, because we're going to release the pain and you're going to allow the flow of the stretch. I said, let's apply that same thing in your life. Let's allow God to move you. Let's allow the trust and the faith to come in and move you. Step away from fighting and wrestling, right? Step away from those anxious beta thoughts that keep us stuck and just rest into that God's got this. Every day, say a prayer. This for, lead me for my highest good and the highest good of those around me. And then relax into what comes in the day, and relax into when you get those aha moments or those intuitions or kind of I know this is where I'm supposed to go. Trust those, because when we are out of that thinking brain and we're out of that wrestling, can we truly go with the flow of life? And the flow of life God will always direct us in the right path, always. I have a cute, it's just a cute situation where a little while back I was thinking, well, I have some time to kill, and I got this, this relaxed aha moment, like, yeah, maybe I should move my car and, take some of those leaves and twigs and stuff like that that's in our driveway. And so I just kind of followed that intuition, that aha moment. And I just moved my car and I gathered leaves for a little while. I was waiting for my husband. We're going to go somewhere. And when he was done, I thought, okay, let's go. We took his car, we went, and we were gone for the day, and we came back, and there was this massive tree branch that fell right where my car was. And I told my husband, oh my gosh, that is so funny. I was just relaxed and I was just waiting for you. And I had this aha moment, like I might as well just, move the car and pick up these leaves and twigs that were in our driveway. And I said, that very aha moment actually saved damage to our car. And that's just a small example of times where we just rest into the here and now, and we just go with that intuition, that gut feel. We go with the flow of life. We don't wrestle with it. I could have just stayed there and been like, oh, why is he taking so long? And oh my gosh, I want to get going. And, and I could have stayed in that stuck brain, but instead I just rested into the here and now. And then I felt like God gave me a little guidance. Hey, you might want to move your car because this huge branch is going to fall. And it's taught me in so many ways in life to step out of that wrestling thinking brain and trust that God's got this. Trust the flow of life. Trust that even if something doesn't look exactly how we want it right now, trust the outcome. Keep releasing the thoughts that no longer serve you and allow for the flow of life. And I know it takes a conscious mind to do this. And I know you can't be unconscious, and I get it. Most of us just want to go through our life thinking unconsciously. But when we slow our brain down and when we trust in the here and now, that we will be guided each twist and turn in our lives that we need, will we trust that all is unfolding as it should. Thank you and have a great day.